child like that.
Neighbors shocked to learn what allegedly happened right across the street.
It's unimaginable, you know what I'm saying? It's unimaginable. Like I said, they're innocent.
An 11-month-old baby brought into OU Children's Hospital Christmas Day.
This baby had severe injuries to his lower body.
Third-degree burns, according to court documents, from his belly button to his feet. It states there are large areas on his bottom and groin area that appears that the skin has come off. So bad, the baby had to have part of his leg amputated.
This is extremely severe.
The baby also had bruises on his head and face and a brain bleed.
There was some type of trauma that was placed on this child.
Investigators talked to his godmother, Brianna Cole, and his grandmother, Cordette Cole, who were taking care of him for his mother. They told police the burn happened 2 weeks before, when he accidentally pulled a boiling teapot onto himself. But their story kept changing.
That child obviously was suffering for quite a while before they took it to Children's Hospital.
And a doctor told police if he received proper medical treatment immediately, he would have not had to have his leg amputated. Now the two arrested on child abuse and child neglect charges.
It's a horrible situation, you know, for it to happen, especially to an 11-month-old that barely can talk and walk. That's crazy.
Innocent.
Innocent. All babies is innocent, you know. So, you know, well, all I can say they can get was justice that they got coming.
YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. This video comes straight out of Oklahoma. Big shout out to everybody in Oklahoma. You know, as of lately, I've been getting a lot of stories from Oklahoma. So Oklahoma might be coming past Texas and Florida pretty soon, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we have 2 women arrested, a grandmother and a godmother. Now, have you ever heard a story of a grandmother, then the godmother? Usually it's the grandmother and a daughter or somebody like that getting arrested, but not the godmother. Well, we have a situation where a child was severely beaten and burned to the point that this toddler, this kid, almost a newborn, lost his leg, had to get his leg amputated. And the police in the hospital did an investigation and realized and found out that these women not only let that child suffer for 2 weeks, but also could have helped save that child leg if they would have took the child on to the hospital and let the child get sought after by doctors. But unfortunately, we have people in this world who do not think and only care about their safety and security instead of a helpless, innocent baby, basically. So I'm going to read a snippet from this story and I will give my opinion surely as we go. 2 women from Oklahoma are arrested after a baby's leg was burned so badly it had to be amputated. A baby's grandmother and godmother were arrested after the baby that they were meant to be watching was burned so badly that his leg had to be removed. Cordette and Brianna Cole, sound like somebody who's lazy and won't give a damn about their child, were arrested on child abuse and neglect charges. The women told police that the boy had poured boiling hot water onto himself. A young child, young as he is, how the hell did he climb up there? How did he stand up to get it? Now, they told the police that he poured hot water on himself. Doctors said their story had inconsistencies, but that the baby's leg could have been saved had they not waited 2 weeks to come to the hospital. A grandmother and godmother were both arrested in Oklahoma. The leg of a baby they were supposed to be watching was so badly burned that his leg had to be removed. Cordette and Brianna Cole were arrested on child abuse and child neglect charges. The 11-month-old now, baby was taken into OU Children's Hospital, and for those of you who are around that area, you know where that's at, for breathing problems. But when doctors examined the child, they discovered the baby had severe burns from above his belly button down to his feet. Furthermore, the pair had waited more than 2 weeks to take the child to the hospital, by which time the baby's leg could not be saved. And this story right here is kind of like the story I did yesterday about the mom in Florida, how the 10-year-old, the daughter, in some kind of way, they put the little boy, I think the little boy was about like I think it was 3 years old, something like that. But you can go back and watch the video and put the child in a bathtub and everything, trying to get the child a bath, and the water was scalding, boiling hot, like somebody just put boiling hot water in there. You know how some people still do. You want your water extra hot, and your hot water tank don't make the water that hot. So what you do, you'll boil some water on the stove and you'll pour it in there. But you don't sit up there and not test the waters first. That's why you always say test the waters, and that's with anything. And this is in a literal sense. You put your hand in there if you can. Now, if you see steam coming off, that joker is too damn hot. That's common sense. But, put the little child in there, and the child end up getting burnt so bad, the child end up losing his life, because their skin is not, as supple, as you know, as I guess mature as ours, because it got something to do with the skin. But anyway, the story goes, an affidavit also revealed that the boy had bruises on his hand and neck. Now, how did he get bruises on his hand and neck? A tooth had been knocked out, and he had a subdural hematoma, I mean, bleeding on the brain, you know, swelling on the brain. So they basically was beating this child up, abusing this child, and then sit there and tell a lie and say that this child poured boiling hot water on himself. That is so sad right there. And how can you do that to a human being? I don't care if it's a 60, 70-year-old person. I don't care if it's a 20-year-old. But how can you do this to an 11-month-old innocent child? You know what I'm saying? How can you look into a child's eye and then hurt that child? You know, that's why I say it's demons around here. Y'all talk about mental illness. I don't believe in that shit. I believe in demons. You know what I'm saying? And demons are real, because it takes a damn demon to sit up here, you know, and all of a sudden hurt this person. Because if a person mental, guess what? They just didn't wake up mental that morning. You know, that's a long process that's always been there. You know, but a damn demon, if your spirit weak, it can come and go anytime. That's just like you might see some of them up there reading the Bible, preaching or whatever, and screwing everything in the church. You see what I'm saying? You might say, well, there ain't no demon. Then what is it then? See, you gotta think. You gotta open your mind, broaden your horizons. Now, the boy had a subdural hematoma and bleeding on the brain. Sadly, the burns on the baby's leg were so bad that it had to be amputated. Oklahoma City Police Department investigators learned that the pair were supposed to be looking after the baby while his mom took care of her other sick child. The women explained to police that the baby accidentally poured a teapot with boiling water on top of himself when he was having a seizure on December 10th. How in the hell can a baby having a seizure? You know, as a grown person, could we have a seizure, you know, whatever, you know, the seizure consists of? And no offense to my people out there who have a seizure, because I have got plenty of emails, people tell me about that experience. But can you picture yourself having a seizure and being able to still walk over to a stove and pour a ball of hot water on you off a teapot? Now picture a 11-month-old child doing that. Most 11-month-olds can't even walk. A lot of them can barely stand, learn how to stand. So where did this boy get all of this creativity from, this talent from, to walk, you know what I'm saying, then pour stuff on himself, and at the same time beat himself up and knock out his teeth? I mean, who the hell they think we are? Now, the women explained to police that the baby accidentally poured a teapot with boiling hot water on top of himself when he was having a seizure on December 10th. Breonna Cole told the detective they tried to treat the wounds themselves even after his skin was lifted off of him. God dog it, you know, that's when you take your hot ass to the damn hospital. I bet if his skin was peeling off their hot ass, I bet you they would have took their ass to the damn hospital. But no, you'll leave these children up here to suffer. You see what I'm saying? And people want to say women are the best caretakers of a child. No, it's not. It depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? You can have a man take better care of a child than a woman can. Just like you can have a woman take better care of a child than a man can. It depends on the person, not the sex. People need to stop saying that, because if that's the case, I wouldn't have none of these stories hardly to do. I only have a few ones here and there. Now, police spoke with doctors in an attempt to get a clearer picture of the situation, but more discrepancies appeared to be and couldn't be true. You know, they were just lying, one lie after another one. Police talking to the doctors saying this. They talking back to the godmama and the grandmother. They stories changing also. And the godmom no blood relation, but the grandmother, shame on your big ass, because you supposed to been there for that child. You see what I'm saying? But that goes to show you though, it don't matter. It don't matter if you kin to people or not. People would do you dirty, and y'all just think I'll be up here just ranting and talking shit. Hell, I know for a fact. According to the affidavit, when these were pointed out, Breonna Cole kept changing her story. She like, that's my story. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to go down with the ship like the guys on the Titanic playing the damn instruments and, you know, playing their little drums and seeing the ship go down. That's how she was. She's like, hell, you know, I'm going to stick to this story. You know, I mean, shit, I can't think too good anyway, because if that's the case, I wouldn't have to change this lie up 1,000 times. But like they say, you tell one lie, guess what you got to keep doing? You got to tell another one to cover that one up. Now, a doctor told investigators that if the baby had received proper medical treatment immediately, he would have not have to have his leg amputated. The two women were booked with a $1 million bond each. Woo, they stuck it to him like they murdered the child. Basically, damn near murder. You could have killed him. They're like, well, since you could have killed him and you don't give a damn about him, you know, We're gonna set that bond at 1 million, and we're gonna see if P Diddy or Suge Knight gonna come get you out like Suge Knight did Tupac. But anyway, let me know what you all think about this video right here, because this is a sad situation. And like I tell people, you know, I got a special place in my heart for children. You know, when I come across a video, it don't matter if I have something else I want to talk about, but when it's a child out there, I gotta put it out there, you know, for the kids, because I done seen children, you know, as I was growing up getting abused. You know what I'm saying? I done seen them be neglected, and unless you done seen that and done went through that and experienced that, you wouldn't know the pain that I feel. You know what I'm saying? When I be doing the stories for these children, on the children. You see what I'm saying? Because one thing about that child, guess what it did not do? It did not ask to be here. So how dare you sit up here being a grandmama, supposed to being an elder, and she looks young as hell to be a grandma too. You know what I'm saying? How old the damn daughter is, and why wasn't the daughter able to take care of both of the kids at once? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got one child sick, excuse me. Okay, guess what? The child's not gonna be able to move around. Then it might be, you know, you might have to constantly check on it. But why can't you keep your other child and check on that child too? Because if you did, we would never have even had this problem. Now, I don't know how sickly the other child is, because they never stated that, and I'm not gonna speculate. But at the same time, how many of you all done dealt with your child when he was sick, and did you let your child go stay with somebody else? You know, and I'm sure if you did, you pretty much know they were some good people. So I don't know what kind of people this was. The godmama wasn't shit, the grandmama wasn't shit, wasn't nobody in the whole situation wasn't shit. You feel what I'm saying? And if you all don't like that, excuse me, because guess what? Y'all tell that to that child when he grow up, to tell him about his leg and tell him the truth and see how he feels. I bet he tell you the same damn thing. Let me know what you all think about this situation right here, because it really got me heated, because I hate seeing people neglect these damn children. And you got people wishing they could have children, and you bastards have children, and you miss totally over them. That's sad. You see what I'm saying? If you like the video, push the like button. If you like, subscribe. Definitely share the video. And man, love your children. If you don't want to love them, you ain't gonna look after them, give them to somebody that will, because you don't deserve them. I'm out.